turn that down, get demonetized, like I'm even monetized in the first fucking place. Anywho, it's Ashley. As usual, I'm on my way to work. And I wanted to give my review of Falling from Grace, which is Tyler Perry's last, I guess it's called a movie, but I would say it's trash. And I talked about when I watched the preview and how the preview made it look interesting, but you know, you can't expect too much because it is Tyler Perry, and he has made movies that I have enjoyed. I'm not gonna fault him and say everything he does is complete garbage, because I've enjoyed some of them. I did enjoy Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I Can Do Bad All By Myself. The Family That Prays. Why Did I Get Married? The first one. The second one, let's not talk about that. But anywho, he has this movie that just came, well, it didn't come out. It came out the beginning of January on Netflix. And I watched it. And it was about what I expected. There were a lot of, I had a lot of questions watching it. One being, how can Grace, the woman that's in jail, who's not actually the main character is Jasmine, who is Grace's lawyer, is finally, after being a lawyer for I don't know how long, deciding to finally take one of her first cases that she's been working as and after seeing how he basically provoked her into killing him, I was like, as soon as I seen that scene, I was like, I hope she called the police. She can at least say that temporary insanity. Like, I heard somebody else say crime of passion from the reviews that I've seen, and I'm like, bingo, there you go. You could at least get what they were trying to have her plead with, of like 15 years, if that. Let's not say I know what I'm talking about when it comes to legal stuff, but she wouldn't be sitting in jail pleading guilty for straight just murder. Like, she fucking planned the shit out and everything. So there is that. And then there was the fact that the movie, I think, from what I remember, I think it's like 2.5 hours, but from 30 minutes in, after hearing Grace's so-called friend Karen try to act like she has some kind of sympathy for Grace, I was like, oh, she did it. She did it. I was like, that woman is his grandma. Later find out it's his mom, and they both scammed the shit out of Grace. And they've been scamming all the old people in the neighborhood. I don't know if they scammed them like they scammed Grace, but towards the end of the movie, it goes to like a hodgepodge of Karen, who runs a like, I guess it's like an adult nursing home out of her house, has old people chained up down in the basement. And you're like, okay, is this like, this is the real story, this is the big thing? And I'm like, okay. But the other thing that I had a question about is, well, there's two things. While Jasmine, the lawyer, is trying to show the jury that there should be reasonable doubt that Grace murdered her husband, besides the fact that they can't find his body, is that there is evidence that the prosecution told her about from what they said in the movie months ago, but her, being a lawyer for forever, didn't notice this evidence that would have made Grace look guilty, so she could spin it to the jurors so that they wouldn't find her guilty. Surprise, surprise, Jasmine's never seen this piece of evidence and tries to get it thrown out at the trial. And like I said, when they go up to the bench to talk to the judge, the prosecution is like, this has been in discovery, which is, I guess, like the evidence they share between each other so they can build their cases, for months. And Jasmine did not know about it. But her bitch ass boss, played by Tyler Perry with a horrible ass wig, knew the shit was in there. He was like, when she like talks to him afterwards, when she loses her case, because that was the straw that broke the camel's back and totally made Grace look guilty, besides the fact that they didn't have a body. He says, oh yeah, I knew it was in there. He was like, you're a horrible lawyer. Bitch, what the fuck? Thanks. My first time actually wanting to do my damn job, which is another thing that I'm like, she's the worst lawyer ever. But the one time she actually cares about her job enough where she has somebody's life on the line, where she could just sit in jail to rot, which is what the prosecution was going to give them. And then her being her lawyer saying take it to trial could put her ass to death, could get her murdered, like the death sentence. You did such an amazing job trying to keep her from lethal injection. If it hadn't have been for some reason that Jasmine was wandering around in her Karen, Grace's friend's neighborhood, and seen some old woman that she's seen there before, basically trying to escape and bring back, Grace probably would have been dead. And then her also being the most horrible lawyer, after that piece of evidence is found and basically she crumbles like a stack of cards and rests her case, which means she's done, she doesn't have anything else to say to try to sway the jury. She, when she's supposed to be giving her closing statement, says she wants to bring somebody up to question. But you're done. What are you doing? Stop. But she didn't. She said it 3 times that she wants to put somebody on the stand. And the way that it was seen was so awkward. Like, it made me so angry. I wanted to punch her in the throat. And it made her look so ignorant. And that's how she ended up in jail from the trailer. is because the judge was like, why are you acting like a dumbass? Why are you making my courtroom look like a fucking circus? You're getting held in contempt. Go sit your ass in jail. But yeah, the wigs were horrible as usual for Tyler Perry, and I don't know when this started. No, it's been from the beginning, because Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Shamar Moore had that horrible braided wig on with the cornrows, sound like I said cornholes. We are not playing that game. Cornrows. Oh my god, I said roll. Oh my god. Anyway, yes, Tyler Perry had on one. The guy who plays Shannon, which was Grace's husband, had on one. And Grace, they had her wear a couple. Most of them when she was sitting in jail being interviewed by Jasmine. But this movie, it ain't it. After I figured out who it was and found out that I was right, I just watched it play out, and it wasn't even anything that was like surprising. I was like, this is pretty alright for Tyler Perry. There's things that I couldn't explain away, so it pissed me off, like the body thing. And well, the one, because she was just a shit lawyer, but the body thing was what, like, I didn't get it. And then there's also the fact that, and somebody else pointed it out, and I thought it was just me. Maybe he just had bad memory. But at the beginning of the movie, there's an old woman who jumps from a roof and kills herself, and Jasmine's husband is there as the person trying to talk her off of the ledge. And I don't know if that was the same house or not, because the angle that you see it doesn't let you know. Just so they could say, what a twist. But it's not a twist if you think about it. You're like, wasn't he just there? Like, I don't know what the time frame is from when that old woman killed herself to them finding out that Karen is holding old women down in her cellar like a serial killer. But I'm like, why didn't they think something was weird with her? But then again, you're like, okay, I guess I can say he's so busy that maybe it just didn't cross his mind. But it made it seem like it was so soon that maybe something might have clicked when, or maybe Jasmine just didn't tell him where the woman lived, and that's why. But that bothered me too. So me, I would say I give the movie like a 4.5. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Definitely not, because it would just piss me off about the same things again. But yeah, that's my review. If you watched the movie, let me know how you felt about it. I heard that it is not getting good ratings, and I am not surprised whatsoever. But I will talk to you later. Bye.